Hello Soloists, Agent Solo, Matt Rice here, running through yet another game that I've got that is solo and solo only. It is the Ratcatcher. 30 to 45 minutes, Platypus Industries, designed by Matthew Aslan. Happy to show this one off, fellow Australian that's designed this one. Let's give it a go, guys, and join me in the playthrough. Alright, Solace. Let's run through Ratcatcher. I'm going to show you a setup and maybe a first turn or two in this video. And then I'll tend to play the whole playthrough after that, and if you're still interested to see how I actually go. Hopefully this gives you a bit of an overview of the game, but for me, just as an asterisk, a caveat, first time I've played this, and I'm just keen to play it. That's how I normally do my playthroughs, is usually the first turn, or the first time I've played it or two, I've got into it. Alrighty, let's open up. I've already unboxed this thing. I'm going to show you the character I'm going to choose next. For this playthrough, I've decided to choose Miss Black. Design actually had a pitch in for me and said, look, try Miss Black, and I thought I'd give this a go. So, a bit of a background in case you're interested. I'll read this out. If you want to skip, please do. Miss Black, she's the royal family's most trusted ratcatcher. Among the upper class, Miss Black is renowned for her talent to get rid of pesky rodents. Contrary to what befit a high lady, she is not squeamish in her dealings. She might be fooled by her fancy clothes, but below the surface, Miss Black is relentless. Her sole aim is to ascend through the social ranks. I guess she's doing it by rat catching. She has no problem getting her hands dirty, as long as it increases her esteem in the eyes of the royal court. Her methods are tenacious and ruthless when it comes to work. Every captured rat brings her a little closer to her goal, and who would be more into the Queen's favour than the heroine who liberated the city? I guess that answers my question. If all it takes is a few dead nemesis rats, Miss Black is more than up for the task. Ooh, I like the top hat. Let's look at nasty little looking catcher there too. Alrighty. To her board, a bit of a quick overview of what's going on here. And I like the double layered boards here. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but hopefully things sit nicely in here. So, over here's the health. This is her hit chance when rolling dice to take out dice. This is her defense from bites from rats. Number of traps, we start with. It has this lock symbol here. I was trying to figure out what's going on with that. I think because she can't upgrade her traps, I think some other rat catchers have an upgradable ability on their trap. Down here's the number of fight dice that we get. Down here. And then this will be the number of movement points, or action points. I'll take the movement points. You will notice some of these are blue. Obviously, we can upgrade these. So for one magic cheese, or it's a blue cheese, which I'm not a big fan of, but tasty cheese is my favourite. If you find one cheese, put here, we get an extra fight dice. We need 2 more after that to get another die. Here's health. We need 2 cheese to upgrade her health to 4 health. Obviously, down here she dies. These asterisks are where the things start. So, for example, I'm going to grab some tokens. I'm going to use the red tokens. So, this red token, I'm going to start on 3 health here, and that's my maximum at the moment. I'm going to start at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action or movement points, sorry. Start there, sits in nicely, I like this. The fight dice, she starts with 5. 2, 3, ooh. Nice little off grey sort of colour dice. That's my full dice value. I'm going to start with 3 traps. That's like my initial starting ability. I just got to find my traps. So we'll start with my 3 traps. I'm just going to put it over here. Then, over on this right side, so these stays free. If I get upgrades when I gain the cheese during the game, I could upgrade some of these abilities. Over here, I'll start with this trap ability. For each common rat captured by this trap, immediately make an additional attack, targeting the affected zone. However, to use this trap, it takes 2 movement points. That's a good trap. I guess the extra attack rolls a d6, so it wouldn't be one of these attack dice. Let me make an additional attack targeting. Ooh, I have to check that, whether that means I have to use one of my die. If I can figure out later. So I've got 3 traps to start with. Hits on a 4+. Alrighty. These are abilities that I can unlock during the game. So I can put a cheese here to unlock 3 potions here. And I can spend 1, immediately add a d6 dice to the character's board. So it's like I could do a refill during my turn. And then this other special ability with 2 slots that I have to unlock during the game as well. Place a yellow token in the township card you occupy. Within an affected township, all results of 5 and 6 result will cause a mortal wound. I'll discuss what that is later. Basically, when you roll at 6, it ignores all defense. So a 5 or 6 would ignore all defense. Awesome. I think we're good to go here for the Ratcatcher. Let's choose our Nemesis Rat. And before I do, I better collect the token for Miss Black. And I'm going to have it face down on the township cards when we start drawing them. Decided to go with the Rat King Nemesis. So I might put a token on him as well to indicate his full health. And basically the rats will start collecting cheese as well and start leveling up the Nemesis as I level up. As I said, to win this game, first person to get to 10 cheese, either Nemesis or myself, is a winner, or I can defeat the Nemesis or the Nemesis defeats me. 2 loss conditions, 2 win conditions. Seems about even. Has a special ability which we'll go through when the game starts. But that's who we're going to face, this one. Also going to grab a cool looking Tallyman cage, since where the defeated rats go. It looks pretty cool. Gives us a reminder what you can trade the rats in for as well on the side. So basically if you've got 3 dead rats in here, I can get an extra dice back. 7 dead rats, get a pink cube, 12 yellow, etc. Extra health at 10, 18 to get extra cheese. I better grab the Nemesis token too. I almost forget these tokens, so that's going to go to the side. Next step now is to start setting up the township. You always start off with a double 0 card. There's actually a hardcore side too, which I am definitely not keen to try at all at the first go of my turn. But I'll start on this side. We'll populate this card soon. What happens is when you put this down, see this marker here, that tells me how many cards I need to expand this out. So on hardcore mode, if I can find it, you have to get 3 more cards to put out and populate. This one just means you put 2 more in. And we're going to grab some cards and populate them at the ends. I'm not sure what the most efficient is at this stage. This is just a sample run through. I'll see where we go. But this is the starting card. I'm going to randomly shuffle up some more cards, some township cards in the background. So I'll draw 2 more cards. I'll draw 1 more, number 12 card. Now, I've got these little connectors on the sides. So they've got to connect. Sorry, that one there. They've got to connect up somehow here. I could, so if I start there, I could place it. Ooh, what can I do here? I could place it like that. But however, these cards can't overlap, so it might be very hard to put a card here if I do that. Maybe you start by just doing that. Yeah, why not? Let's just give that a go. So I'm going to start like that. And then I place a second card that I've shuffled up. Oh, okay, I've got a green one. I'm assuming that's allowable at this stage. I can't see any rules that doesn't say not at this moment. So then the 23 card. Let's place that maybe just directly above. Like that, maybe like that. It might not be the smartest moves, but anyway, that's what I'm doing. So I'm connected here. So these 2 are adjacent. I can walk through from this town to this part here, and these 2 are adjacent over here. So I can walk across there. I'm going to start here in a moment. Alrighty, next step is to fill out all the tokens. So these spots are going to be cheese. That's the aim of the game. Might as well while I'm growing a bit of this cheese stuff. Get the cheese. Nice little cute looking cheese tokens. I'm going to put one over here. I've got to aim to get there eventually. One there right next to me, or near me. And then 1 more. Matches in with my, it's hard to find that one, matches in with my tablecloth. Goes right there in the green area. Some good cheese. Now to populate next, this token here, that's going to be a guaranteed yellow token. I can't grab that just yet because I don't have that ability yet. Then we put out some these are like random objects. So I'm going to blindly draw a few here. See how we go. So let's say this one's the first one. I get, oh, it's another rat spawn. So I'll leave it there for the moment. It's going to spawn more rats. This is a nasty start, isn't it? This one over here. Spawn another one. What's that going to be? Is that a peculiar rat? Oh my god, this is a horrible start. I'm just checking the rules. Yep, spawn a peculiar rat. Draw the top card from the peculiar rat token and place the corresponding token within the affected zone. That's fantastic. I'll do that once I populate the rats. And then another one down here. Come on, there's some positive ones in here somewhere. I wonder if I'm allowed to mulligan this. That's alright, playthroughs. I tend to lose these playthroughs anyway. What I'm going to put down here is another rat spawn. Yeah. Alright, let's run with it. I just want to make this harder on myself. Cool. Alrighty, let's, next step is to populate all the rats. So, I've got this massive bag here. I find it interesting that there is within this another mini bag. So I don't know, is that 64 in there or 64 with this? I'm just going to add them all together. I'm sure it's fine. So I'm going to put all these in the rat sack. And the rat sack is fantastic. Looks like this. I'm going to put it all in there so I can randomize them. I'll do that first. I'll randomize it. I'll quickly put them out. And then I'll explain to you what each different type of common rat can do. So I have now populated the board. Plenty of rats out there. You'll notice that, say for example here, there was only one rat picture, but I've got two. Well, the black rat spawns another one at the same time. So, interesting stuff here. I've still got the nemesis to spawn as well. Sorry, the peculiar rat to spawn, which is like a mini boss. Just thought I'd show you the general stats of each of these colors. So we've got white, brown, and black. Plenty of whites and blacks around here. Pfeffy browns around here. What do they do? Well, a white rat can move one on their turn, has no defense, doesn't bite, and aims for cheese. What happens when rats aim for cheese? Well, nothing happens until there's 5 of them, and it has to be the white and black ones, 5 of them in the cheese. And if they're still there by the end of the turn, they will take that cheese and give it to the nemesis rat. So I've got to stop them. If they do that, they do disappear off the board, but then I lose the cheese as well. Just those 5 rats. The brown rats, they move too, and they're a bit different. They actually come to bite, and they aim for me. Okay, that's a picture of the Ratcatcher. They're bitey. Whenever the Ratcatcher leaves a zone containing one or more of these rats, they will bite. And if I'm in their zone and I try to leave and they're not dead, or they're not caught, they will try and bite me. Luckily, I do have a defense. And the black rats, they move 1, have a defense. So essentially, we've got to take 2 hits to kill them, or to catch them. And they aim for cheese as well. They're breeders. Each time this type of rat is spawn an additional rat, and that's what I've done. So I'm going to keep that to the side to remind myself. Let's spawn the peculiar rat. I'm going to shuffle up and see how we go. Alrighty, shuffle, 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 shuffle. And we have the rat o' 9 tails. So I'm going to put its token in a moment. It has a movement of 4, a bite of 4, defense of 3, and aims at the Ratcatcher, so he's going to come from me. Area effect. Each time a Ratcatcher completes their movement adjacent to or within the same zone as this rat immediately performs a bite. So it has a bit of a range to it. I think that means I've got to look this up in a moment, but I think that's treasure, and I also get 3 extra dice if I kill it. Ooh, fantastic. So my rat of 9 tails is going to go here, placing that token. There is a pledge upgrade that I didn't get that comes up with the actual the wood tokens for the peculiar rats as well. I'm not sure if this goes back in the draw pile. I'll double check. Okay, clearing up a couple of things. I believe this goes back into the randomizer reserve, they call it. And also on this card, when I defeat this kind of rat, I keep the card and I can claim it at any point to get another 3 dice. Alrighty, excellent. I'll leave him nearby as well. Might leave the playthrough in this view, and I might just lift this up now and then if I need to explain some things from the character board. And speaking of which, I better put my Ratcatcher at the start. And that's the end of setup. We're good to go. And we better move on to first turn. One of the last tricks here, when the trap triggers here, I assume this attack is separate to my available attack dice. I'll get that clarified probably for next video, but I'm assuming it's separate since the trap occurs during the rat's turn anyway. Alright, so decisions. This rat of 9 tails is going to move towards me. It's got a 4 movement. I assume it will try and get in my zone as well. Not just adjacent to me. So he's going to move towards me wherever I go. These brown ones will move 2 towards me. Remember, it has to use the corridor available here. The whites and blacks will go towards the cheese and try and consume the cheese. This cheese over here, I think I might have to give up on. That's extremely hard to defeat all of those, unless I can get over there and lay a trap. My traps cost 2 though. I could move here. Let's try and save this cheese. I mean, this guy only moves 1. That's 1, that's 1. They won't kill that cheese in time. There's not many here, so maybe I will have to head over here. I think I might have to do that. And prevent that cheese from being eaten or taken away. I can walk through zones of white rats, can't walk through zones of brown rats. I don't have the yellow ability yet, so I assume that will stay there if I enter that zone. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 movement to get into here. And as I stop here, I should explain to you what my actual options are as in my turn. I could roll my fight dice to take on rats. Now that's separate to my actions, to my movement, sorry, it does. I can use movement to use my trap ability, which costs 2 movement, or I can use movement down here to move. And since then, I'll just move 2. I'll move this to the left 2. It's got 3 movement left. Next, I'm going to try and take out these guys, because if I move again, this brown rat's going to try and attack me. It's not a big deal at the moment, because I do have 1 defense, but I don't think it's worth doing yet. I'm going to roll 4 dice. Reason being, this black one takes 2 hits to kill. And I only hit on a 4+ at this stage. I've got to get 4 off, so I've got half a chance of doing a hit on each die. I've got to take out the brown rat that has no defense, white has no defense, but the black has 1 defense. If I roll a 6 though, it goes through defense. That's how I read it. I should go get my dice roller, shouldn't I? Alrighty. I'm going to roll 4 dice. So that's 2 hits for me, 2 4s, 1 and 2 does nothing. I don't have any reroll things or anything. So that's 2 hits. I could choose to take out the black rat. Now, I've got to be careful because if I don't kill black rats, they act as nest again. So if I don't kill it, it'll draw out yet another rat. This is going to get nasty. So I might have to take out that black rat, I think. I still got 1 attack dice, yes, but to kill him. And he goes into the little cage here. I've got 1 rat captured. Let's spend my last attack dice. Take out something else in here. We're all 6. Well, there you go. There's some mortal wound, so low chance of having, but I'll take it. Now, since there's not many brown rats around here, and no one can catch, I just might take out the white just in case here. Or do I get rid of the brown? I think I'll get rid of the white at this stage, because I've got a defense. So it's not a big deal, and there's only 1 rat here, can only do 1 damage to me, which I can defend. I can't take this yellow thing. By the way, you can't take a cheese. To be able to take a cheese, I have to be in that zone, and there's no other rats that can eat it. Okay, all my fight dice is gone. I've still got 3 movement left. I could decide to move here, and this guy would try to bite me, but I will defend it. But I can drop a trap on my zone or an adjacent zone. I'm going to do that. I'm going to drop a trap right here, because I know all of these guys are going to go for this cheese. Okay. That's going to take 2 movement, and what the hell, I might even move into there. I'll take a damage, but I can block it with my 1 defense. I'm going to go right into here. And just to confirm all that, I've just spent my last 3, 2 for the trap, and 1 for moving in there. I've got 1 defense, so the 1 bite from the brown rat won't hurt me. And that is the end of Miss Black's turn. Now we go on to the rat phase. Got this nice little info card about what moves first and what they do on their turn. So on a rat's turn, in the order below and using each rat's target priority, move all the rats. So Nemesis moves first. It's not out yet. It comes out later. Peculiar rats then move. So I've got my Ratter Ninetails. He's going to move 4 towards the Ratcatcher. So I think you can move across there. Looks things. There's like a tiny. I could zoom in on that tiny bit there. So I think you can go 1 to there, which is a shame. And he's going to move as efficiently as he can towards me. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's not adjacent to me still. And that's what I was thinking when I had to move. I was like, oh, I better not be there because I think he can still hit me. He can hit if I'm adjacent as well, and I'm not. So that's fantastic. Next priority order. Next priority order is the rats. Browns all go first, followed by blacks, then whites. So let's move all the browns. So brown here, going to come into my area. It doesn't count as a rat eating the cheese because it won't eat the cheese, but it counts in terms of me trying to collect the cheese. That's how I've read into it. This brown rat's going to go 1, 2 this way. This one's going to go 1, 2. These 2 are going to go into here. This one's going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1, 2. Okay. This is going to be nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to survive very long in this game. Blacks are next. They're going to aim for a cheese, the closest cheese they can go to. This one's going to go to here. The next side of black, this black's going to go down to here. These 2 black are going to go down to here. And I hope I can take out some of these black rats. I've got so much mice coming from. Now the whites, they're going to move towards the cheese as well. These 2 are going to come here. This one stays. This one's going to come here. Try and make it fit. This one has to go up to here. Can I move 1? This one goes, well, this one can go, actually, hang on, this one can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's equidistant. So I think there's a priority order here. I've just got to double check. Okay, priorities for rat movement. If rat would have 2 or more valid target destinations, use the following rules. Rat will go to the destination zone closest to the Ratcatcher first. Then it will go to the township card with the highest number. In either case, this is the highest number anyway, so it's going to go 1, 2 to here. This one is going to go 1 to there, it's closer. This one's going to go 1, 2. This one's going to go 1. Alrighty. Next, then the traps trigger. Might be in a bit of trouble here. With the trap going off, I realise it only rolls 1d6, and I think I can't stop there from being 5 white or black dice, black mice here. So, oopsie. Anyway, lesson learned. We roll a d6. This hits on a 4+, and if I do get a hit, I get to take out a rat, and if it's a common rat, I get to do an additional attack. Okay, let's see how that goes. It doesn't seem that strong, does it, for two movement points? It seems a bit weak. Maybe that's just me. And I got a 1, so I failed anyway. Whiffed. So the trap didn't go off. This is not good. Okay, after my poor trap that didn't do anything, then the rats will try to bite me. One's in the same zone. Nemesis rats will bite first. There is no Nemesis rat. Peculiar will go next. He is not adjacent or on me. That's his special ability. So, but then I cop this 1 brown rat's bite, but I have 1 defense. So no wounds. Then the rats will consume. So inspect each zone to see, starting with the lowest zone to see if any cheese gets consumed. If there are 5 or more rats sharing the zone with the cheese, then the rats will consume. However, brown rats don't count at all. Peculiar rats that will try and chase cheese count as 3. Nemesis counts as 5. So this one here, there's 3, because the browns don't count, so that one's still there. This one's 1, 2, 3. So that one's fine as well. This one down here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think if I'm in the same zone, it doesn't matter. I think they'll eat it. However, I can't grab it if there's other rats in there. So they're going to eat this cheese. Good news for me, though, when they eat it, all the white and black rats from this zone will go, not just 5. So this cheese will go to the Rat King on his first one. So he's 1 out of 10, and nothing happens in that zone. So that's good news. Okay. So Rat King's getting closer to coming out. All these white and black rats will go back into the sack, which is not good, but you know, it kind of sucks. Next step is we refill rats. They spawn, they come back out to try and chase more cheese. Now, we start with just normal rats nest, then any black rats will also spawn an extra. Alright, so we'll spawn some more. Got a couple of black ones here, so I'll draw 2 new ones with that. Oh, sorry, 1 new one with that. These tokens, shouldn't these tokens stay here? I'm not sure, I'll get that double checked. But I've spawned new ones on those tokens, and this black rat here spawned another white one. Fun times. I'm in a bit of trouble, I think. I'll then check if I need to expand the city. That occurs if there's less than 2 cheese. Still 2 cheese available, so I don't need to do an expansion. And the last bit's the cleanup phase. We remove any common and peculiar rat tokens and special tokens from inactive township cards. These are all active cards. Inactive township, by the way, is if where your Ratcatcher is present. So I've got one here. The township card is adjacent to the township card containing the Ratcatcher. Yes, that one is. And at least a single magic cheese token is present, which that one is. And also if a nemesis is present. So every card at the moment is active. After that, comes back to our turn. We do a cleanup. I'll get my trap back, which I thought was pretty useless. And then we also get a fight dice back for a new round, or 5 back up. Well, I think I'm in a lot of trouble. At the moment, I've got to get myself over here somehow and save this cheese, which I don't think I'll be able to do. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least. But join me, Soloists, for the next chapter. I hope you enjoyed this little setup and playthrough of me doing horribly in the first round. But hey, I've got 2 rats in my totem cage. I'm sure that will count for something. So Solace, till next time, to crush your gaming first, always play solo.